Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a long time and I want to kind of update you guys on what's been going on in my life because this has been the craziest year of my life so far. So many changes happened, so many amazing things happened. I feel like I'm a completely different person than who I was at this point a year ago. So I want to give you guys a bit of a life update and get reacquainted. If you're someone who's been following me since the beginning, thank you so much for sticking around and welcome back. You can expect more consistent videos on my channel going forward, I promise. It's just been a crazy year, so let's get into it. Let's start from the beginning. Let's start from where we left off, which was about this time last year. I was working as an interior designer at a firm here in Ottawa as a design associate. And they did some layoffs right at the beginning of December, and I was one of those people that was laid off. Now, if I can say anything about this year is that the universe's timing is just so right and everything truly does happen for a reason, because I don't even recognize who I was at this point last year. I was so unhappy with my life. I was so unhappy with my job. It was causing me a lot of stress because I felt like I had so much potential and there were so many dreams that I had in my life. And I was just clocking in and out from a 9-to-5 job that I wasn't passionate about, that wasn't helping me get any further in my life, in my dreams, in my goals. I mean, looking back now, it's crazy to see just like how everything happens the way it's supposed to. But at that time, I felt so lost. Getting let go from that job was probably the catalyst for one of the best things that's ever happened for me. After I lost that job, I was actually approached by a friend of mine who started a platform to help creators get connected with brands working on UGC partnerships. She approached me, she was like, I know you're probably very busy with your job right now, but I think you would be really, really good at this. I've got a couple clients in mind that I think you'd be a good fit for. And I was like, okay, wait, I actually was just let go from my job. So this came at the perfect time. 100%, I want to do this, let's go. At the time when I was working at that 9-to-5 job, I had started my TikTok channel, which slowly was taking off. I really found it in myself that I was like, okay, I really want to make social media work for me. I really want to be my own boss. And I gave myself a 6-month deadline to be able to be fully self-sufficient working on my own so I could quit that 9-to-5 job. Lo and behold, that all happened a lot sooner than I expected. All this to say that working UGC with my friend's company that set me up with brands, I was able to replace my 9-to-5 income in, I'd say like roughly 3 months. I had a full roster of clients that I was creating consistent monthly UGC content for. That was kind of really the start of getting me out of this funk that I was in for like a good 6 months. I would say a good 6 months. Before that, I was just not feeling like myself. I was so unhappy. I was so stressed. It's a kind of stress where you feel like you are not moving at all. I just felt my life passing me by and I didn't know what to do about it. The universe just really has my back because I can look back now and really say that everything happens for a reason. So that's the first big thing that happened this year, and that really just kind of like started the trajectory of my year in such an upward fashion. Another place where we left off, I was planning my wedding last time we spoke. So I'm actually married now. We skipped a few steps here for you guys who have been following along. Let's go over that a little bit too. So this whole time I was also planning my wedding. We got married in July and we did have a few hiccups along the planning process. I'll probably have to do a whole wedding recap video because we had to rebook our venue 3 weeks out of our wedding. Anyways, it's a whole story. I would love to share it with you guys. It's a story for another video because it's gonna be way, way too long if I get into it right now. All to say, we planned our wedding. It was so amazing, you guys. We did have some change of plans because of this whole venue situation. We ended up getting married in our backyard actually with just our immediate family, so parents, grandparents, siblings, and our wedding parties. So super small, super intimate. 10 out of 10 would recommend you doing it this way. It was honestly the most magical experience, and I'm gonna go into this full on in another video because I could talk about it forever, but I would really suggest doing this because you really get the best of both worlds, because that was on the Thursday. And then on the Saturday, we had the reception with everyone that we had originally invited to our wedding. We had roughly 70 people, which I think is a good intimate number of guests where you feel like you're not too overwhelmed by the sheer amount of people, but you still feel like it's a really good party. And the whole day was just absolutely perfect. I would do it all over again the exact same way, and I can't wait to talk about it more. Trust me, you'll see some more wedding content video because I have a lot of stuff to recap. So yeah, January, start UGC content. July, we get married. And then 2 weeks after our wedding, we find out that we are pregnant. So that happened a lot quicker than we thought it was going to. This is just a recap video, so I'm gonna kind of touch on everything that happened, but I'll have to go way more into detail on each of these subjects for you guys. But we wanted to have children. A couple weeks before our wedding, we had the talk. Although we had this talk many times before, we had the serious talk of okay, in 2 weeks we are gonna be married. It's an actual thing now, we can actually get pregnant and have a child. Not that you can't do that before you're married, but we wanted to do it in that order. So we had the talk and we decided okay, we're not gonna try, but we're not gonna be aggressively tracking anything. We'll just be chill about it until we go on our honeymoon in September. And then when we come back from our honeymoon, then we'll actually track stuff and then kind of take it from there. So when we found out 2 weeks after our wedding that we were pregnant, we were absolutely and utterly shocked. I can't wait to share the story with you guys because it's just insane. Like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, this has been the craziest year of our life. Honestly, so much has happened. I can't even recognize the person I was a year ago. So that brings us to the beginning of August. August to September, I was full on in the middle of my first trimester of pregnancy, and I've not been having the easiest pregnancy thus far. My first trimester symptoms were absolutely horrendous. I had so much nausea. Honestly, barely got out of bed the month of August because I was just feeling so sick. I ended up getting some medicine before we left for our honeymoon in September. So thankfully, for the first time in a month, I was feeling like a human for the month of September, which was amazing. In September, we went on our honeymoon. We visited Stockholm, we visited Italy, and we visited Greece. So I'll have to do a recap on all the locations that we visited, but the entire trip was just such a dream. Honestly, I would totally recommend going for the month of September. We left early September, got back late September. We were gone for roughly 3 weeks, and I would definitely recommend going for the month of September. The weather is absolutely phenomenal, and you've basically missed the crazy crowds that you're gonna get in the month of July and August, but we just had the trip of a lifetime. It was so amazing. Then it was time to come back home and just get to work. At this point, now when I'm filming this, we are almost December. I'm still working UGC, and then I'm also doing a lot more content for myself, working one-on-one with brands, which has been so amazing. I have had the best month currently of my, I guess you could say influencer or content creator career. And I feel so fortunate. I feel like I'm pretty good at practicing gratitude and stopping and taking a minute to actually appreciate things. But I feel like making this video, looking back at where I was last December, I was low-key depressed and just anxious and just very unhappy with my life. And if that person could see where I am right now, married, pregnant, having the best month I've ever had with brands and collaborations and being fully financially self-sufficient, she probably wouldn't believe it, and she would just be so insanely proud of me. I really want to take a second and actually just sit in that gratitude because this has been the best year of my life so far. It's been the craziest year, it's been the busiest year, but it's been the best year of my life, and I just know it's gonna keep getting better from here on out. So I can't wait to take you guys along with me on this wonderful journey. There is so much fun stuff coming up. I have Still so much wedding content to share with you guys, so much travel content, a lot of baby updates. Honestly, there's just so much going on, and I'm gonna try to include you guys in as much of it as I possibly can. That is my recap. That's where I've been. I've been a little busy. I am back on YouTube now, and I'm super excited. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. I haven't picked the days yet, but I will be putting 2 new videos out a week for the foreseeable future to kind of get this YouTube train going. I've got a lot of fun content on the horizon for you guys. So please make sure you hit that subscribe button and let me know what you are most excited to see in the comments. Bye guys.